So, we're on to week 8. Theoretically, we're coming up to near the last couple of weeks that we need, and we was aiming for to actually be in here, and luckily, it's looking that way. Now, we'll do a tour of what we've done so far in a brief moment. We're just going to do inside of the unit first because we need to actually clean inside there. We've got a few new bits going up, like shelving, which can actually really help. But I just want to showcase this. This is finally coming out in the next couple of days. We do have some sand to do the last part of the ramp I need to do to get this out. Problem is that it's raining today, which don't exactly help. So we're going to crack on with what we can inside. I'm going to do a few bits of the car later on because this is not really finished just quite yet. I've got to do all the polishing, but you'll see that on the car video, which should already be out by now. And yeah, so we're going to crack on with the unit. That's just doing inside the bathroom area. He's actually putting up, I think, a new sink, which is actually here because we just cleaned it. But he's also doing some of the piping as well. But we've still got a lot to do, so let's crack on with some new shelving for the tools. Bought 2 of these. Oh, as you know, Parkside is some brand I've always been using. It's a lot of the tools are in at Parkside. We've got one of them up, so you can basically even have them. It's like a tool shelf, which you can have this one, or have them as like workbenches. Well, we thought this better as a workbench. I mean, they ain't the best. You can't really put much heavy stuff on them, but they'll go along with a lot of stuff that I bought today. Bought my own socket set, bought a load of like discs and all that for like the sanders and all that. That's my drill. That's the box. It's another Parkside socket set, which is going to go back home because it's not really mine. But once these are up, basically just need to put all this stuff on, and then you know, it's just general stuff like the antifreeze down there, which is actually the coolant for the car, can go on like this shelf, and you know, just then we can just sort of all shelve it out. But what we're going to have to do, one little one, tall one, little one, because of this sort of like ledge here. So we're going to crack on with that one, and then we'll actually have some alright shelving, and a lot of tools like in the other room in there, but I've actually got to come in here as well. So yeah, let's crack on. We are professionals. Look at this. Now this is going to be nice and easy now. Hopefully, I mean, it's not the sturdiest. It's still going to bottle to the wall at some point. But yeah, that's do for now. Just need to put all the tools on. Obviously, gone for loads of stuff on the bottom-ish. And then we've got just a bit of heavy. I'm just thinking health and safety. Obviously, trying to take bigger things off. So, yeah, this is it. We finally have a bit of shelving. Now to just clean up. So basically, I'm making a pile over here of stuff that's going to go in the loft bit. And then just trying to get everything over here really, and just sweep up the little bits. And then Bob's your uncle put all that stuff on here. We have some more in here just so it's a little bit of storage in here. Just deciding what we want to do with that, but it needs to be shelves there. But yeah, it's coming along actually lovely now. And this room is pretty much done with my mother's carpet and back to this room, so it's nice and fresh. Just got to get the internet in here because we sort of need it to actually work. And then, yeah, so it's looking really good. It's just got to basically move everything in now. So we're back down on the Tuesday, the day after Easter Monday. Got a few bits done today. Not too much, obviously. We're back to normal with work and everything now, so it's just going to make it a little bit harder. But, again, we've got a bit of quite a week. So, I'm going to do a tour very quickly. Now, I'm not going to start out back because obviously everyone is out back. It's just been the same as normal. And just to show it, that's got something coming Friday for that, which I'll also be in this video. But yeah, bit of a tour. So what we've got, so now we've got shelving here, so all this stuff is all nice and neat. We've got a cement mixer here ready for outside. Just got bits that we can build up a side bit of the ramp with, and also there's building sand, so we can do some of the holes in there at a later date. So come down, obviously now the stage is gone, it's back at home. Now we've got literally, it's a nice workshop-y style area. Now we've got the air compressor there, welded there. They're my OEM wheels. They've got to go up in there. That's not going to also be showcased because that's just a tip at the moment. But yeah, basically now we've got a bit of a workshop area. Things like tools, which I've got to put away very quickly now. We've also got things like battery chargers, and then we've obviously got the workbench area-ish thing down there. We've just got to chop off a slight bit of that so we can actually have and sort of walk in there without having to bump into the BMW's wing mirror. But that's obviously going to be brought back into the middle of here now because, well, I can start work on it now, which is going to be even better. So I'm just trying to put all these back in here. Just have to do it later. Yeah, a bit of a sort of workbenchy area. That steering wheel's my OEM Nissan steering wheel, which is just going to go on a bit of wall for a bit of decoration. So I just ignore that, and some of the stash I go back home. Under there is a bit of storage for just miscellaneous stuff. So yeah, that one's going to be back in the middle of here. And then there's just a pile here. It's got to go up there as well because that's not being used. It's going to be like a seating area accumulator for like brakes and things like that, which we're going to use a table. I am thinking of putting a nice little sofa there because everyone loves a good sofa, and then potentially maybe like a screen on the wall. Who knows? Kitchen area. So yeah, this is the sort of next main project because we need this kitchen area done to move in. In there is going to be like fridge, freezer. We actually got an oven to go in there as well with a bit of a unit, and then we're also going to put a bit of a sort of bit of a desk bit worktop there just so you can make a cup of teas and everything. And obviously then you've got your bathroom. Sink is in, radiator's in, which has been in today. Then we've got the tiles, and then we've also got to get some new toilets and make this look nice, but for now we don't, it's not essential. Yeah, then you obviously got your upstairs area, which I ain't going up there, but light needs to go off. Through here, this is what it's looking like at the moment. Almost there. We've got a radiator on the wall, which is even better. We've got that one going in there. We've got loads more radiators outside ready to be basically put in, and we've got to do a lot of the paperwork as well. Bit of wood to hide up that bit on top of the roof there, which is going to be put up eventually this week. And then lastly, we've got the smaller office, which is where I'm planting my dad, and obviously he's got all his stuff there. And yeah, this is pretty much how it's going already. It's transformed completely, especially with the carpets and everything. It's really transformed it. But now I'm going to head home, knackered. But we've got a bit to do tomorrow as well. More radiators going on. And they're going to also try and source some line over the kitchen, because at that point then we can get the kitchen sorted. We've got a unit on order, which is on its way, hopefully by the end of this week. I'm knackered, tired, so yeah, let's come back tomorrow. So continuing, it is now Wednesday. Stager is out and space has been cleared. The BMW has now been shoved here, just as a temporary, just while we can sort of just shift everything over here. I know I've just kicked in, but it all needs to be cleared. We need to do something with these. All this cardboard needs to go. That mirror and that bit and that. That's actually for the Stager, but I'm not putting it back in just yet. But now that's down there. But that will need to move next week because we've just put a deposit on a ramp. Yes, a 2-poster ramp, which we are having between this beam and this beam. Reason being is that anyone then, if Ollie wants to use it or I need to use it, we can, and then we have the space to lift it up all the way. Or say, for example, we have a van because we've got something else in the works, then we can have it up on there as well. Now, we've got to go and collect it. We've been there today, went to it off camera because I don't want to show the guy's face. Really sound guy. They're going to hopefully dismantle it, but we can only go pick it up next Wednesday. We put the deposit down, we said 100%, we've looked at it, we tested it, it looks absolutely sick. And for the price we got it, which I'll reveal just after, it's a very good price. So, yeah, it's starting to come along. Dan's just doing part of the radiator system now, just getting it all ready and prepped to be piped in. We've still got a lot of radiators to put up in the meantime, but yeah, I think at the moment, which you would have seen quite recently, we've had a bit of a turn with the Stager and it's not looking good. I've got a tool, I've got to raise the suspension up, it's just been delivered. I've got to bring it back down Saturday, well actually probably tomorrow. It's not coming inside, we're going to do our front. We've got to lift it back up and actually raise the suspension. But then we've got the bigger issue, which you probably would have seen on my TikTok page, that we have a misfire between 2,500 and 3,500 revs. which I'm close to giving up with it. But we're going to try and crack on with it. It's still drivable. We can still use it. It's just a case of it's going to be a lot more difficult as well. I'm also just thinking now with this ramp, going back onto that, of how far, because it basically with ramps usually the posts are equal in the middle. This one's actually a bit of the posts are more backwards, so the arms are counterweighted with how the ramp's leaning. So got a feeling we may have to put it down this way rather than where we're stuck now, because of vehicles getting in and out of the unit. But once we've got it, you know, we've still got to clean it up, we've still got to do a lot of work to it. We're going to then just do a bit of a test fit sort of thing with how we're going to get things in here, because as much as, you know, we've got this space between that and that building, it's the vehicles getting in more than anything. So we might have to put it down there. If that's the case, it's not a problem. It just means we'll lose a lot of the space down here, but it would actually make it more ideal. But yeah, I don't think we've got too much more today. I've got a lot of editing to do, and I've got other personal commitments to do as well. So we may be going back home shortly. We don't know yet. I'm just absolutely tired. I'm drained, mentally drained. But we're almost there with this unit. We're almost there. I've just got to sort some lino. We've got the delivery coming Friday, and yeah, we're very close. We're actually starting to move stuff over from our other office over here. There's the little bits you can do, and then yeah. So really drained, man. So we're still on week 8. It is the Friday, and we've got some amazing news. The amazing news is that this weekend we should be in here. Now we've done a lot, obviously. Done the tour. Obviously, you're in the office now area, but even better is that this is a bit of a temporary rig. The internet works. That's the only thing that was stopping us as being here, is that internet. Now I've still got to run all the Ethernet cables, and I still may have to go and get some because we need to go basically, we're literally putting shelves there now. We need to go up, over and down a few spots around here. We should have cables long enough. I mean, we've got all that there, but the internet now works. Now this Sunday I've got a show to go to, but we're cracking on now. I've got something to do tonight, but tomorrow, Saturday, we've got a full day down here. We are gonna get everything in. There's still a lot of clearing up to do. There's still a lot of stuff to be done down here, but we can move in because everything that we need is pretty much here. We've got somewhat of a temporary, as I've really interrupted, I might have to take this phone back because this phone has been playing it so much, but as I said, we've got a bit of temporary kitchen solution, which is going on top of there. We've got cupboards going in there. We are going to take that carpet back up. We just put in there because the landlord's just been in here. But yeah, we can actually use it. Toilet's working. The sink cupboard we've got is coming this Saturday, so that can be installed very quickly. Still got a lot of pipe work to be done and everything, and the central heating system is still being to be cut in. But we're coming to summer. You know, you don't really need central heating because we are going to be boiling. So yeah, we're just making pylons to make shelves in and a little Rex room. And then we're going to put the insert in properly, and then tomorrow the big move. I really am excited. So yeah, let's crack on. So it is Saturday. I'm really tired, but it is moving day today. So we'll start getting everything over. We've built shelves. Internet is on. It does work, thankfully. There was a bit of time where it didn't, but luckily now it has and stayed on, which I think from the phones, yes, it has. So we can get everything moved. We think we're just going to place the stuff in here for now, and then after this show tomorrow, I may come back down in the afternoon just to wire it all up. But yeah, I am shattered and could do with bed. But yeah, let's start the move, and then we'll place everything here, and then that other office will be completely empty. Sit rep, we have pretty much everything in. We've just got loads of wires to install, like internet. It does a load of plug sockets in there because we've got some desk and things just reversed straight into the chair. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I got some shelves, TV, my desk. And then, yeah, we've just got loads of like bits to go in. I've got to install all the internet cables, all new switches so they can go to different desks. But we've pretty much got everything in, and that there is the kitchen unit. So that sink we have as well. The reason I really film any of it is because A, I sort of forgot, and B, we honestly just have been non-stop. But we've just got a few things left over in the other place. We've just got 2 desks to dismantle, but we've got rounded screws on them, so we're going to have to try and figure out a way. The stage is actually down here as well. I've actually just done a bit of work off camera on this thing, which I didn't film on my camera at all, but we think we may have to do it again. We've raised the suspension, but that will be in all in the video, which I've got to actually start editing at some point. But yeah, we're on the last bits. I think we're going to finish off tomorrow after the car show that I'm going to, which is Sunday, so it's technically week 8, and this is it. We're actually in, and actually we're week 9, which I will be doing, obviously still going because we're still not fully like finished yet. Yeah, but after week 9, I think the videos may slow down a bit now with these. Obviously now we're officially in. You know, we've got 2 bits left we're going to do tomorrow, and that's it. We're done. We're out of the place. So yeah, I think after this time it'll be a few more less videos. So I think I'm going to go from like every week to think every 2 or 3 or even a month, just because it's going to be slower now again because we're here. But there are some things next week we've got to do, some bits we've got to install. So yeah, right, we're going to crack off the rest of the day. We're probably going to get a bit off camera because again I'm absolutely knackered. But we'll crack on tomorrow with the desks. We'll have Ollie, luckily, if he still agrees to do it. But again, I've got the car show in this, so I'm going to switch back to the car video, and then I'll see you tomorrow. So it is the Sunday, and we have just finished moving the rest of the stuff, and we are now officially all moved out of the first office. I'm knackered. I've been on this drive it thing today, 70 odd miles of just country lanes. It's been knackering, and we are in bed because I'm knackered. But this is the end of week 8, and we've done the big move. We are now fully in the unit, and it's going to be great. But the videos don't stop there. We've still got a lot to do. We're still going to do improvements. I just think I'm going to see how next week goes. I'm going to see how it's going to pan out. So we've got a lot going on next week, actually. We've got the big thing coming in Wednesday, which we're going to go collect. But we've still got a lot of like tidying. So I will be able to do another sort of full week of week 9. But yeah, we are done, and I couldn't be prouder. So I really want to shout out my parents for this one because they've done a lot of the work, and honestly they've just made this incredible. They made this incredible, and honestly couldn't thank them enough. So yeah, but yeah, we've still got a lot to do. We've got to go pick up something on Wednesday and bring it down. They've still got a lot of like tidying up to do and organising things, so we'll sort of showcase it to an extent as well. But thank you for watching this week's install of the office move. I'm going to go edit some videos now and go to bed because I've been dying of hay fever all day. I don't know if you could tell, my eyes are like stinging, my nose is running, I just feel so tired, it's unbelievable. So yeah, thank you so much. Join me next week, and then I'll go from there, decide if we're going to go from, I think, as I mentioned, I might go from either 2 to 3 to a month. I don't know yet. We've got to see how it gets on, but yeah. Join me next week.